voter registration process, and we find Bulelani Phillip in Philippi, and I believe he has members of the EFF with him. Bulelani?
Well, thank you so much. Welcome to Samora, Machel, where we are visiting one of the voting districts where the members of the EFF, led by the Secretary General Godrich Gardi, are actually trying to encourage people to come and register or recheck whether they are still on the voters' roll. And now for more on what they've been doing for the morning to ensure that people come out and register, we're going to speak to him now live from here at this Zosukhanye High School. Mr. Gardi, thank you very much for joining us. Your assessment for this morning, are you happy with the way people have been coming in and out of the VDs in the area?
Absolutely, definitely we are happy. We've visited more than 10 voting stations in the Cape Metro, various wards. We've seen quite a number of young people coming in and going out and actually getting registered, and most of them actually are not registered. In fact, we had to speak to the IEC because the checking device of the cell number where they should SMS, the 32810, actually crashed, and we had to speak to them, and they gave us a feedback that it is now it's up and running. That was one other problem that we've come across.
Now, we've visited some areas where there are people who are expressing a lot of not giving much credibility to the process, apathetic towards voting. Are you getting a sense that people are apathetic towards voting as you go around visiting areas?
Well, the problem here is that the ruling parties that have actually been ruling in South Africa, in KZN, in the Western Cape, and in South Africa in general, has actually created that apathy among the voters. But we are persuading them, we are speaking to them, we are saying to them, give other parties a chance, give the EFF a chance to govern. It won't be the same like all other ruling parties, like we see in the Western Cape, like we have seen in the KZN, like we've seen in Gauteng and the rest of the country. We will be a different governing party in South Africa come May 2019. And they actually do give us a benefit of doubt, and they are actually confident that the land will be expropriated without compensation, and they will have access to land, free education, quality health, water and sanitation to our people.
Now, lastly, before I let you go, we look at parties having internal polls around how they will perhaps perform in the elections that are coming. As the EFF, are you doing any of those studies, and what do they say about your chances in the upcoming elections, and what are your targets as a party at the national scale?
Well, our target is nothing less than 50% plus one. There's nothing called a research and polls inside the EFF. All what we know in the EFF is what is called door-to-door, drop and knock, person to person, speak to our people as we unveil our elections manifesto on the 2nd of February in Giant Stadium, Soshanguve. We believe that the message will actually resonate with our people and the voters.
All right, Mr. Godrich Gardi, the Secretary General of the EFF, giving us a sense of what they've been experiencing on the ground as they go around encouraging people to register to vote come the May 2019 elections. Of course, I must tell you that also earlier on, the DA leader, Mmusi Maimane, also held his own campaign on the Cape Flats out in Mitchell's Plain this morning. Of course, his ticket there is creating jobs for the youth and people in the area, as well as bringing opportunities that will deal with issues of substance abuse. The ANC as well is not lagging behind. It's deployed several of its NEC members to all corners of the Western Cape, and we had an opportunity earlier on to speak to ANC NEC member and State Security Minister Dipuo Letsatsi Duba, who's also saying that the party is actually on a renewal path where they are trying to actually correct some of the mistakes that have had in the past, as well as clean up all state institutions. On that note, we'll cross back to you in studio in Johannesburg.